Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be going into all of the potential PlayStation 5 and also confirmed PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X restocks going on all throughout this week. I do want to give you guys a quick little heads on up. We will actually be going through a Walmart restock very soon. We're going to be watching that as of literally today in the next 15 minutes. If you guys are watching this video within the first probably hour of this video being live, you guys can maybe even go and join the queue. We'll talk about that pretty quickly, but I'll probably say that right now we have a Walmart drop coming as of like really soon. So either 15 minutes or throughout the next hour or so. If you guys do see this video afterwards, don't worry about that. You guys let me know how the Walmart drop went. If you guys are trying or if you guys didn't have any good stuff or whatever, I'll probably have another video on that up in the next few hours or so. But first and foremost, it's kind of like if you have a confirmed restock video throughout the week, might as well give you guys like a chance to get your console very soon. So like I said, we'll be having a Walmart drop. We talked about that earlier on today and as well right now. Be on the lookout for that one. Should be starting in 15 minutes when this video went up, and like I said, the next hour or so. But we also do have a lot of other stuff, so just in case that drop doesn't go good, or just in case you guys are just kind of curious, or maybe you guys just want to play the Walmart Plus subscription, we have a lot of other various things to go talk about all throughout this week. Although it might be a slightly more chiller week though, because we had a pretty nice amount of stuff that happened as of last week. We'll give you guys all the details and rambles into it all throughout this video. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. I do keep on mentioning this up. We do have a Twitter link down below for also a giveaway entry too, so make sure you guys do that. You just have to click on some links and follow up on Twitter. Super easy. Twitch stream as well down below in case you guys do want to go and follow. Also do have the Weeble and Coinbase who always mention all these videos, the Amazon links as well, and of course if you guys found the video helpful, feel free to be on the lookout for that if you guys would like to. But we'll have a lot of options going on all throughout today. So the very first thing I do want to go talk about, although we have made a separate video and probably even talked about it as of today, we do actually have the Walmart drop going on. So you guys are probably going to be seeing this video when the drop was actually ongoing. As I mentioned at the very start of the video, Walmart is a confirmed drop today. It is starting at 12 p.m. EST. I'll probably have this video usually up at the usual 10:45 range or so. So 15 minutes if you guys are on the notification squad. Basically, that just means you guys will be able the chance to get your consoles. If you guys also, as I mentioned, I know I've said it a few times, just like, it's the segue to the real video. So when it comes to Walmart, we usually do see people having a chance to join the queue for quite some time. Usually it's kind of been around a time from like 30 minutes to around an hour and a half, believe it or not, for how long the drops can kind of go for. So just in case you guys want to go and check it on out the drop itself, go and check now. Maybe if it's 2 hours from now, it may be already done. Maybe 4 hours from now, it may already be done. So keep that in mind, but we usually do see people able to go join a little bit later, and it kind of just depends on RNG or just randomness if you actually get a console or not. So basically, if you guys are seeing this in 15 minutes or so, or like the next half hour, go to the Walmart webpage for the PlayStation 5. Most likely PlayStation 5 Digital and Xbox Series X's. And basically with all that, you guys just go and reload the page if you guys are Walmart Plus members. This is a confirmed drop for this week. So if you guys are confirmed members, that means you guys just basically go to the webpage. Like I said, you sit into a queue. It's like a queue system, and where it could put you at any point from 5 minutes to like 45 minutes. We've been seeing, kind of depending on how much stock there is, we have seen folks who literally will get their consoles like literally even like 45 minutes into the drop. So it's worth checking to go and see. I also want to give you guys reminders as you guys are checking it. Usually the Xbox Series X's are way easier to go get. They're a lot less botted, and a lot less like overall general like competitiveness, I guess, in terms of consoles. So if you guys are trying to get an Xbox, I highly recommend it. A lot of folks usually get the hookup from that. Part 2 of that though is on the PlayStations. Now, when it comes to the queue itself, usually we do see people sometimes get faked out. If you guys join the queue and your number is kind of big, don't worry about it. If it's like 45 minutes, sit in the queue. It should, in theory, go lower. As well as even if it says it's sold out or like we're running out of stock, that they actually do sometimes do a little bit earlier. And it's kind of more so to kind of weasel people out and be like, well, I'm not going to get a console. And they leave, although they do actually have stock available. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, basically just trust the system. Even since it's sold out, give it an extra like 20-30 minutes. If it's been like 2 hours and you still have it out of your tab or whatever, at that point, it's probably sold out, just so you guys all know. But we have been watching that. We do know how the stock is. We've been creeping on the stock, so just be on the lookout for that. It sometimes lasts longer. So it is all confirmed. Once again, you do have to be a paid member for Walmart Plus. Paid member. We always stress it a lot. You cannot be a free trial. You have to be a paid member. And like I said, the drops will be happening very soon. So it's all confirmed for this week, so thank God for Walmart. Now, are we expecting another Walmart drop? Probably not. We have almost never seen a double Walmart restock where they go and do like back-to-back. So probably not, although Thursday is usually other normal days. That's why we're kind of stressing a little bit more on Monday, because it's just kind of outside the normal blue. We usually do see them on Thursdays. So that is all confirmed. This is at least the very first confirmed restock of this week. So very nice. Now, for all the other various things too throughout the day, I'll be honest with you guys, some of the week might be a little bit more on the chiller side. So let's go talk about that, although there is still some good stuff we'll be watching. I think the next big focus will be on the Best Buy side. So just in case there's any weird drops for this one, I'm trying to get this video up right before the Walmart stuff happens. So if anything happened around like 8, 9, or 10, or something like that, we all kind of cover that up in the day-to-day video, so don't mind me, you can always skip ahead. But basically, Best Buy has been extremely overdue for an online restock. Now, we have been watching them as of recently. We've been seeing loads of walk-ins, loads of stock glitches, and a lot of people just walking into the stores and casually getting their consoles. I've had so many people tweet at me. I've had so many people see it. I always love seeing that stuff. But either you guys go and check your Best Buy stores at open. So if you guys do go and check, some stores are having 20 to 30 stock. It's very various. It kind of depends on the area and locale. So Best Buy has been doing pretty good with that. We saw a lot of that up in California, New York, and a few other various states where it kind of seems like they're somewhat consistently doing it, and almost kind of seems like we've had 2 back-to-back walk-in location drops between like a 2 to 3 week cycle in between it. We still have not had an online drop in a very, very long time, which is why it'd be kind of funny if it dropped at like 9 o'clock or something like that for like a total tech or whatever. But throughout the week, we are going to probably be watching Best Buy just because it is overdue, and just because they are doing online drops, doing in-person drops does not mean they won't be doing online drops. So when it comes to that one, at any point from like 9 a.m. to around the 5 p.m. range, usually more around the noon time we've been seeing, is our good chances to go check and see for some Best Buy stock. We have been seeing PlayStation 5s, we've been seeing walk-ins, we've been seeing employees confirming stuff, and everything looks kind of spicy on that, so keep that in mind. And the same thing too when it comes to the Xboxes, for what we're about to go and talk about. So like I said, we do have an online drop that's overdue. So we'll be expecting those, either total tech or not. We just haven't been seeing too much online movement. But when it comes to the walk-ins, as I mentioned, we have been seeing folks, if you basically go check on the app or check online, if they have a store available for pickup, you basically have a chance to obviously know that your store has stock. So then you go and call the local store, try to get the SKU unit, or all that stuff put together. And then after you guys go and do all that, that means you guys would know because you call the store, they let you know if there's stock there, yes or no. And then with that part too, you either know if it's going to be a big stock. That means there'll be a walk-in planned up for your store, I believe, just based on how they're doing this. We're kind of like still trying to get the information for it, as you guys know. But basically that just means that they are going to have stock inside their store. Or as well, they might have leftover stock, and you just have to basically ask. And that's like if a canceled order, or like just someone never picked it up, or like someone couldn't afford it, or they just whatever happens. Or they just had like leftover stock they randomly found, stuff like that. So we have been seeing a lot of folks who kind of call that like the Best Buy glitch. We made a video on it before, but basically you just have to check the app or check online, and if there is stock there, or if it says it's unavailable, you kind of just ignore that, and you just go to the store either way. Because if the store show is up, even if it says it's unavailable or there's no stock there, all the other stores don't show their stock, so why is that one random store showing stock? And that's kind of like it's kind of like their API is basically like, yeah, there's something here, just can't pick it up, but there's something, and that's why you basically gonna have a chance to go and like, that's kind of like the reason why you check the stores. It's hard to explain. I think if you guys kind of mess around with it once or twice, you guys can know. Just make sure you guys are polite to employees if you guys are doing that trick or whatever. So you can do that for both Xboxes, PlayStations, maybe even GPUs. We did see a GPU drop restock last week, so probably no GPUs throughout Best Buy this week. And as well, like I said, we're still expecting a drop because it's not overdue, but we're seeing a lot more walk-ins. And the walk-ins are kind of sporadic, depends on the area. If we see more stock or stock movement, we'll let you guys go and know. Now for some other stuff to go talk about. GameStop. Now, you guys probably have actually had a chance for us to note this because we talked about it. We'll probably talk about it throughout maybe like next 1 or 2 days. GameStop did go and start an in-person store restock on 3/11. So we're more on the tail end of that drop now, although as we kind of talked about and saw throughout the weekend, there have still been stores that have stock available. So GameStop stores are seeing stock. Check your stores. Some stores that were also not on like the heat store map, where they're basically going over every store and stock location for it, basically means that there is going to be probably stock still in some locations. Some stores were only at like 3, some stores were only like 4 or 5 stock. It really wasn't that big. In all honesty, it was kind of just mediocre, but we'll let you guys know if we see more. So if you guys just want to just kind of more of a YOLO on your end, kind of how it is for Best Buy, just have to go check your store, see if there's still bundle stock, and you may or may not have to be a pro member. Some locations were expecting pro memberships, some were not. So it kind of just depends on, what you're doing, where you go, and all that stuff. So good stuff with that one. And as well, like it's kind of an expensive bundle, so it's kind of mediocre, but what can you do? Best Buy has seemed like just normal consoles, which is nicer. Same with Walmart, they're normal consoles besides Walmart Plus. So like once again, if you guys are literally even maybe watching this video as you guys are watching that Walmart drop, hopefully you guys are still having a good drop with it. Like I said, we'll probably talk about that drop afterwards. So good stuff. Good luck. Let me know in the comment section down below how it's going. Now afterwards as well, Target. Now, Target's going to be a weird one because we did just go and have a Target restock, so I do think the likelihood for a PlayStation 5 drop is pretty low. We may still make more videos if we see more stock or movement stuff or whatever, but it does seem a little bit more on the lower end side. So we'll let you guys know if stock happens, but I kind of doubt it. But one kind of big thing to note for Target is we usually, whenever drops happen, we do on occasion see in-store walk-ins, whether it's from canceled orders or bonus stock. We did actually see a few reports of that already happening, funny enough. So it's very nice to go and see, because that big boy, it's not like a comparison like Best Buy, that's like a proper drop, like proper event drop. Target kind of seems more on like it's kind of just there. It's kind of just there type drop, if that makes sense. So if you guys want to check, or if you guys are casually at Target, it might be worth it or your whiles to go and just kind of check and see. Although I do want to let you guys know the likelihood's pretty low. Though when it comes to Xboxes, we may want to make a separate video on this too as well. We've been seeing loads, and I mean loads, of Xbox Series X's showing up in Target stores and locations. So I really want you guys to be on the lookout for that. A lot of people have been getting those. A lot of people have been asking the tech centers. A lot of people have been asking the tech areas. Everything with it has been a pretty high ratio. So it might just be because the price dropped and they didn't do like a proper really big Xbox event drop, so not just all the leftover stock is more so allocated for that. So just let you guys know, if you guys want to casually check for your Xboxes, we've been seeing a lot of good successes with it, and it's just good. Like, it's just overall good thumbs up. So props to Xboxes and Target for that. Lastly, now we have to go talk about Amazon. Amazon always does have that nice little small chance for a drop happening. Maybe no amount, could be a random drop like throughout this as I'm making the video, whatever. But we are maybe expecting one Amazon drop throughout the tail end of March. Technically, this week does end on the 18th, and we've been seeing more of a 21st onwards focus. So probably no Amazon drop, but they are overdue for the PS5 Digital and Xbox Series X's. Not the biggest drops out there, not the craziest drops out there. The PS5 disc is still kind of, I don't know, just kind of sitting, chilling. That was basically all shipped out by like March 9th. So we probably don't expect too much for them. Although there's always that small chance for the yellow. Maybe next week and the week after will be a little bit more on the iron focus when it comes to Amazon. So that's pretty much, I think, it for all the big boy retailers. GameStop also does have a somewhat smaller chance, I would say, to have an online drop, mainly because they have the stuff. We'll probably see maybe for that as of tomorrow, because we usually do see a lot of Tuesday focus. So maybe they'll mention Pro Rewards. Maybe they have extra stock from the previous PlayStation 5 walk-in event that just ended / is still kind of going. So keep on checking your stores. Or maybe even Xboxes, because it's been around 2-3 weeks since then. So at least we have good potentials throughout this week. The big one still is on Walmart, and I think Best Buy. Those are probably the two big boys we'll keep our big eyes on for, and Target walk-ins probably will go from there. Now for all the mid-tier locations. So we did actually have a really weird PS Direct last week, mainly in the fact that PlayStation Direct was kind of like, it was a really random YOLO one that basically just instantly happened. It took like 2 seconds and people checked their emails and they got it that same day. We usually do see a lot of Tuesdays and Wednesday PlayStation Direct. So we're going to go and see today there's going to be any PlayStation Direct emails getting sent on out for people to have a chance to get their consoles. Although I do want to let you guys know, and we'll see if they do it again. Like if it's like once is maybe a glitch, twice is maybe a new plan. We'll let you guys know if the PlayStation Direct happens on that same day or not, because I kind of like it when it was a little bit better, which like at least a day or two in advance, mainly because it gave people time to kind of prepare and get in the groove. So we'll let you guys know. We're probably maybe expecting at least 1 or 2 of them, kind of just based on the usual trends, but that's usually on, usually just we have the day or two before. So we'll let you guys know if you guys want to follow the Twitter, or we'll make a post on it or whatever. Microsoft Directs, well, you guys can buy your Xbox Series X's direct from Microsoft, did also have quite a bit of stuff. And we've actually maybe seen like 3 drops like throughout the middle of the week and over the weekend and stuff for Microsoft Direct. So if you guys do want to keep checking to see if you guys can get any stock from it, feel free to leave a comment down below if you guys do, or always check your emails for it. And obviously make sure you guys are signed up for both, whether it's on the Microsoft Store for the Xbox Direct or the PlayStation Direct. Just Google PlayStation Direct. We kind of covered up in those videos a lot. But we did see a lot of them for Xboxes, so keep that in mind. Check your emails and see. Now, for some other little various stuff, we have the mid-tiers, and we also have the walk-ins. So walk-ins, first and foremost, have been a little bit more on the quieter side, so we'll probably be expecting better news on them for the weekend, but we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. Mid-tiers as well were very, very Xbox-focused, so I do think the PlayStation 5 side could be a little bit nicer. So I'm going to first of all start off with Anton Line. Anton Line itself had a more so good PS5 week 2 weeks ago. Last week, they kind of did nothing good. They did like GPUs. So we'll be watching for an Xbox Series X throughout this week at the usual 9 to like 5 p.m. time. That is usually a bundle. But as well, they did also do 2 PS5 drops. We've also seen a lot of other big retailers start getting PlayStation 5s. So once again, the likelihood for that is bumped up at least a little bit more. So we'll be watching that in general. They're usually pretty good, pretty solid. They always try to do at least one next-gen restock. So the fact that last week was a little bit quieter. They could try to weasel in like another Xbox Series S, but I really think an Xbox Series X from them is probably the most overdue. Now, the next thing is also on the GameFly side. GameFly did go do an Xbox Series X drop as well, so if they want to go and surprise us and hook us on up, PlayStation 5 bundle would be very nice to go and see from GameFly. Just saying, I'm not trying to entice you or anything like that, but it would be kind of nice to have an extra console, just saying. Now, for other various things too, BJ's. For BJ's Online, we haven't seen too much on the online side these past few weeks, so we'll be watching that. We also haven't really seen too much walk-ins as well. So the double combination for that, we saw like the past 3 weeks. It was very heavy around 3 weeks ago. In the past 2 weeks since then, it's been a little bit more kind of sporadic and kind of sprinkled on in. So I'll keep you guys in the loop for BJ stores. We're probably maybe expecting a walk-in. It's kind of just on my gut feeling / like hoping for the best. But BJ's was very quiet the last 2 weeks especially. So I might have a chance to have some more stock arrivals, stock movement, and maybe sell some bundles. A lot of these walk-in locations, because they're not as prevalent, usually do get a lot of walk-ins available. So we'll be watching BJ's throughout this week, just in general, both online, mainly because they're overdue, like I said, for both PS5 and Xbox, and also in store. Very overdue for Xbox in stores. They've kind of been getting somewhat consistent PS5s in stores too, so we can keep on watching for that, and we'll give you guys more details if we do. Myers as well has also been kind of somewhat overdue for the online. They had a little bit of stock in the northern states like Michigan, Wisconsin, but after that, there really wasn't too much more. So once again, they're also kind of on the overdue side. So I'm going to hope that any of these walk-ins kind of go work out. Costco also did do a grand store opening, although they think that stock is sold out. We could always be on the lookout for them in the early morning hours. As for the PlayStation 5 bundles and Xbox Series X bundles on both those sides, we did see a PS5 one not that long ago, so be on the lookout for them. Same with Xbox, but Costco's been pretty consistent for at least a while. As well, Sam's Club. Sam's Club hasn't done an online restock for the PS5 or Xbox for quite some time, I would say. This week definitely bumps up the likelihood, like astronomically high announce, just because it's just so overdue. Especially if Walmart's doing it earlier in the week drop. We usually do see Sam's Club on like Wednesday, Thursdays, or Fridays at more of the nighttime side. So we'll watching for that one. You also be a member for all of those, just so you guys all know. Now, for other little various things too for throughout the week. We actually saw a Verizon drop not that long ago, so just in case they want to work in more in stores, we'll keep you guys in the loop, or if they want to work in some PlayStation 5 digital drops as well. Those are slightly overdue. Kohl's updated their website like months ago and still hasn't dropped, so I always just will remind you guys in general, in case they slowly sneak their way on in. Some of the things like BH Photos, Dell, and Lenovo's, etc., we keep on mentioning the day-to-day videos because they're very overdue, and they do kind of make their way around town every now and then, so that's why we're kind of watching them and keep on bringing them on up. Same thing too for the Endorma, both for online and also in-store, both PS5 and Xbox bundles, overdue side. PC Richards for in-person as well, for walk-ins, pretty much on the overdue, just like we mentioned for like the BJ's and Myers, so we'll be watching that in general. Military, which has been a little bit of a surprising one, because we saw like a very consistent, like a few months of stock always showing up for PS5s or Xbox or even Halo Infinite consoles, and they've been very quiet and very chill. So I just want to keep on reminding you guys that if you guys are active military, you guys can always go and check out the local areas and see if there's any stock or stock movement or all that stuff. And if you guys can, that means you guys have a chance to get your console. So it's always very nice to go and see. But that's kind of pretty much, I think, about it for a lot of our stuff. I do think the Walmart drop, like I said, is probably ongoing as this video is being uploaded. So if you guys do check that out, major good luck. I hope it does go very well with you guys, and you guys get a lot of consoles and everything kind of goes super smooth and swimmingly. And if you guys probably around 20 minutes into this video, hopefully a lot of you guys have a chance to either have your consoles, or you guys can maybe, because if you want to leave a comment down below of your waiting times, you guys totally can. Like I said, we'll probably have another video as well for Walmart right afterwards, just because we'll all be watching the drop and seeing how everything kind of goes with that. So all around, good stuff. I hope it goes kind of good for all of you guys in general. Now as well, for other various drops too, like I said, a lot of the stuff might be a little bit more on the chiller side, on the big boy side is ready. I really hope we'll have some good Best Buy stuff, because we've been kind of waiting on that for quite some time. We did also see a lot of European stuff ready to move to as well, so hopefully be a double kind of whammy and maybe move some more stock towards Canada, because I know they go and need it. Same with India, I think is overdue for on their restock, so if we see more information, we'll let you guys know on that one. But like I said, I think this will probably be a little bit more on the chiller week. Unless we maybe see like another walk-in event from, say, GameStop, or we see more Best Buy movement, or like a confirmed Best Buy drop, or anything else. But at least we are starting off really strong with Walmart. At least that is confirmed. At least hopefully a lot of you guys will be getting your consoles. And ideally, we'll have a pretty good week. So we'll kind of go and see. Like I said, we had a few little drops kind of wind down the last weekend, so hopefully this will be a good week either way. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys all so much for watching and spending your time with me. I hope this week will be the week you guys get your consoles. We'll obviously be doing a lot more other gaming news throughout the week, so definitely make sure you guys are subscribed. with the notifications on. We also do have the PlayStation 5 giveaway, as I always keep on mentioning, so make sure you guys are using the Twitter link down below, and also obviously follow up the Twitter. You guys can subscribe with the notifications on for the YouTube channel. That'll be announced in a few weeks too. We have just kind of started off not too long ago. Twitch stream, I'm just hanging out and chilling, playing video games. If you guys are ever bored, the Weeble and Coinbase is down below, and the Amazon links too as well. And like I said, I just hope you have a really, really good week. I know it's been kind of a weird week these past few weeks when it comes to just life and everything of the sort. So I hope that today will be maybe hopefully a nice night for you guys. Although we still are kind of, at least for me, I'm still getting affected by the daylight savings, and that's not been fun. So hope you guys are all having a good time. Hope this Walmart drop goes well, and I appreciate you guys so much for everything. You guys are all beautiful. Have a good rest of your nights, and I'll see you guys later on throughout today. Love you guys.